Our project is investigating the effect of different factors on human reaction time. My name is Annabelle Jing.
My name is Austin Shin.
My name is Nathan Kim.
The reason that we wanted to study the effects of different factors on reaction time is to help optimize and improve daily activities. Improving reaction time can help things such as the efficiency of daily tasks, the performance in sports and games, and most importantly, reaction time is key in any type of dangerous situation. Being able to react quickly to things such as changing lights or incoming objects is vital to staying safe. There's currently a fair amount of research that investigates the effect of things such as temperature or gender, but we wanted to look further into the different things that may affect reaction time.
We decided to split our experiment up into two different testing phases. The first one was with 16 participants, and we were testing 3 variables: how the amount of sleep, time of day, and amount of time after eating a meal affected reaction time. After splitting up the participants into 3 different groups and assigning them a task, we had the participants perform the AIM Labs and human benchmark tests over the course of 3 days. The people doing the time of day and amount of time after eating tests were required to perform 3 tests before submitting, and then the participants doing only the amount of sleep had to perform 1. We collected the data on Google Forms and prepared for our second testing phase. The second testing phase was initiated a few months later, and we had 11 participants, and we were only evaluating 1 variable. We chose to test the amount of sleep and its influence on FPS gaming since it yielded the most significant results after the first phase. This time, the participants were required to test over 7 days from 3 to 5 p.m. along with recording how much sleep they attained the night before. When analyzing the data, we had to take into account the difference in screen refresh rate and the experience of FPS gaming.
For the first testing phase, results are in tables 1 and 2, showing the average reaction times compared to the variables. Tests were both reported in milliseconds, and the human benchmark test was straight up reaction time, while the AIM Labs test is hand-eye coordination along with reaction time. P-values were calculated using a one-way ANOVA, which can be seen in tables 1 and 2. And tables 1 present the human benchmark results, and it can be seen that time of day and the amount of time after consuming food, there wasn't a big difference between the reaction times. However, the results for the amount of sleep people got, there were a noticeable difference between the results. The same can be said for table 2, where they are the results for the AIM Lab coordination / reaction time tests.
The data from the second testing phase is shown here in figures 2 and 3. It shows the average reaction time compared to the amount of sleep using the 2 different tests, human benchmark and AIM Lab. In both charts, we can see that the reaction time gets faster as the amount of sleep is raised, but it is more noticeable in the AIM Lab's test chart, where we measured hand-eye coordination-based reaction time. And for the two charts, the p-values are both below the 5% significance threshold. We also compared the reaction times of people who are experienced in FPS games and those who are not. The average reaction times versus sleep of each group are shown in tables 3 and 4, where we can notice that the skilled or experienced people are faster than the non-skilled or the non-experienced people at each level of sleep. And as the reaction time gets faster, the amount of sleep is also going up.
Our research shows that the amount of time after food consumption and time of day have little effect on reaction time. However, our hypothesis was supported in that getting more hours of sleep and more experience of video games slightly increase reaction time. Although these results are not as accurate as they could be, they could still be applied to the real world, and these factors should be taken into account for daily safety and efficiency in terms of reaction time.
For acknowledgements, I would like to thank everyone who participated and volunteered for our project. We had a great time getting the data, and it was great cooperating with you guys. And I would also like to thank you, the viewer, for listening to this presentation on the factors affecting reaction time.